A CEO of a software consulting firm is about to send one of his consultants out to bring an installation live. The consultant's been working on it for some time, and this is a big deal for the company. The CEO gets a call from the company where the installation is supposed to happen and is told, your consultant hasn't shown up. We've been waiting here all day and he's not here. And the CEO is baffled and he can't find the consultant. And eventually, after a day or two, the sister of the consultant calls and says, look, my brother has started drinking again. He's a recovering alcoholic, and he started drinking again. So the CEO is faced with the choice of, what do I do? Do I fire him? You can't fire someone because of an illness, but you can fire someone for not showing up. And by not showing up, this guy cost the company a couple $100,000 in business. So he consults with his father, who is involved with Alcoholics Anonymous because his father is a recovering alcoholic himself. His father says, fire the guy. He's got to hit rock bottom for him to take responsibility for himself. CEO is a little wrestling with that a little bit and consults with an Outplacement Clinic who says, well, we can help the guy. So the CEO weighs the decision about, do I go with my father, do I go with the Outplacement Clinic, and decides, I can't live with myself if anything happens to this consultant. Gets him into the Outplacement Clinic, and the guy comes back. The long story short is that this guy ends up doing it again, costing the company more money. The CEO is faced with the same choice of how far do I go to help this employee, and again he chooses to help the employee and continues to do this until eventually the employee just leaves the company. The lesson that the CEO had to learn is that, in spite of the fact that he couldn't live with himself, and if something happened to this employee, it wasn't about what was best for his feelings. It was about what was best for the employee. And everybody at that point was telling him, this guy has to take responsibility for himself. And the CEO, because of his own compassion, or what he felt like was compassion, couldn't see that this employee needed to take responsibility for himself. And the ethical responsibility would have been the ethical choice would have been to have the employee take responsibility of himself, which might have involved firing him.